I think we as Americans, we have a preconceived idea of what Australian Shiraz and Grenache is, and that's wine, traditionally made that is very heavy and very alcoholic and very ripe, and we're looking for a balanced version, wines with freshness and floral aromas and good acidity. And we're here because we want to discover, we want to find that these things do exist. Do you have any rules in terms of okay, Nebbiolo comes from Piedmont, it doesn't belong in Australia, or is there any kind?
My enjoyment is to try and ruin everyone's rules.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Don't get too caught up in everything you're taught, but take it in. But then, the youth is to smash whatever
establishment
there is.
Yeah.
But I never charge much for my Chardonnay. So why would you want to pay more than 20 bucks a bottle? Yeah. That's a Chardonnay without the sulfur. Okay. I just try to do the opposite of what everyone said you should do.
But that's just your personality.
Beyond.
Were you like that as a kid?
I think so, yeah. Actually, yeah. If someone said, "Oh no, you can't do it that way,"
and
it's
out of spite,
I want to be the only one to do it that way, just to say,
"Fuck
you thought you knew what you're doing.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know what I'm doing, but you don't know what you're doing either."
Yeah. Have you been arrested?
No, surprisingly not. The humidity keeps.
It's cool to see people that just don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks, and they just make wine the way that they want to make wine. Anton definitely made it very clear he likes to push the envelope.
Yeah. I don't measure anything.
Yeah.
I know when I export what the alcohol is. Until then, until I export and have to have no idea. Measured, I have no idea.
So you're doing it on intuition. You're doing it on taste.
Yeah. Just I used to cook, and that's sort of what you use.
You're like the chef from the Muppets.
Depends on where you are.
Well, I think if the chefs I worked saw you sticking a thermometer into something, that would hit you.
Where you see a lot of wineries, especially in California, where they tell you everything.
Yeah.
When the day they picked, how much potential alcohol there was, and how long it was in barrel.
All you want is guaranteed delicious for everyone. That invests in drinking the wine. I just find it's in the tough zone, the dark reds. It's not the sort of wine I drink. I don't know, I think sort of heading into a world where real men drink pink, orangey, mauvey colours are far more interesting to drink than just something so... I'm not as meat and potatoes kind of guy, so it's not really...
Avocado and veggie kind of guy.
Look, I'm good with a gun and a knife, but I don't need to drink tough wines to prove it, So that'll go into my table red.
And what's the grape again in this?
This is all Merlot.
Okay.
Merlot.
So I do 10 tons of Merlot to make a table wine that would hit the US at under $30 in a bottle shop, so that people can try my wines.
Mm-hmm. It's very much like Bordeaux. Just kidding.
Just table wine. Bordeaux at half the price. Because we're in a warm climate and everything's quite ripe, I need to try and tighten the wines. I know everyone talks about acidity, but really
this has great acidity, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's picked quite late, and it's.
But it has more than what we had in bottle.
Yeah, well, that's because there's no sulfur, so it's going to take another 6 or 8 months before it tastes like that again. That's why you don't want to add sulfur. But the thing is, how do I not add sulfur and get it to a table looking like that? That's the war.
That's the challenge, yeah?
Yeah, that's the modern challenge. Once you take away the ability to add anything, then it changes the whole way you make wine.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Yeah, that's cool. You kind of set parameters for yourself, and that makes you more creative.
Well, yeah, I think that I'm just part of a group of people that call once it's added, it becomes not wine.
Yeah. His philosophy, his dogma is apparent in the wines we taste. And not all of them were great. Some were better than others. But what's I think is great about him is that he has a real point of view.
It was a real treat to see that face of Australia, which I've never seen before in the US, ever. So it was really cool to find those little gems. And there's a lot of gems here. I think that's the whole point of this scavenger hunt is to find those type of people. And
we need to remember that about wine. You know, the wine, you want to talk about terroir and how important it is, and you want to talk about grape varieties and how important it is, but the human element is just as important. The world needs people who have a different idea and who aren't following the herd. And for that reason alone, I think his wines are great.